And and welcome back, everyone. We are live once again with another tournament with Battle of the Americas, Batalla de las Americas number 72, 72, 73. Welcome, everyone. We're here on a bit of a different day. If you were here yesterday, obviously we were unfortunately busy casting a different tournament. We were casting TSL, the TSL North American qualifier. Because of that, Battle of the Americas was postponed to another date, to today. So welcome, everyone, and we have a bit of a shorter bracket, but you know what, mate, it's still gonna be a great one. Here in the top right hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Peruvian Protoss player representing Genesis Gaming. It is SabeRLighT. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Brazilian Protoss player representing Host Masters. It is Victor. Or Barkid. It's, yeah, one or the other. Oh my god! Oh my god. So, again, welcome everyone to the stream. Of course, I'm your main caster and host, Live VIP. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at the bracket. The bracket, again, is a little bit smaller today, but it is still a thing. We still have one of our Ducklings in here, and potential for a big Sentimiento Latino rematch. So I'm very excited once we get to that. Meanwhile, we have a bit of a PvP here, and I'm a little bit curious about what's happening. The Cyber Core is about to finish up. The probe is still here. Are we gonna see a proxy Stargate? Oh, here we go. Cyber Core is just about to finish up. Of course, everything at home is looking relatively normal, except both gases have been taken. SabeRLighT was able to get a bit of a scout off, but was denied by the Zealot, and that is honestly a little bit sus. There we go. We do have the Stargate as well as a shield battery. SabeRLighT does scout and does confirm the proxy. And SabeRLighT is going for his own Stargate. I kind of like this, and I'm also a little bit afraid of this. So he's making a couple of adepts. The adepts, they can shade across the map, but if there is a full wall off, the adepts shouldn't really be able to do anything. So Victor, it's on him to throw down that wall. Meanwhile, the first Void Ray is going to be on the way. This proxy will remain safe for now. And I kind of love how SabeRLighT is approaching this. We have a shield battery, it's in range for overcharge. We're going to see some more shield batteries, I imagine a Void Ray as well. A lot of what his plan is, though, is in these adepts across the map. Will they get scouted? There's nothing here! No, there's nothing here. The adepts get in, and workers are going to start falling one after the other. Without this economy, Victor, he can't produce too many Void Rays. Like, sure, he has a little bit of a bank here, but he can't overwhelm his opponent. He's got to pull the boys. He's got to try and get us around and kill these adepts. Up, up, up. And he gets this around. Even forces a recall. Oh my god. The recall, a little bit unnecessary, I feel, but okay. And 10 workers went down. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the first Zealot is also getting picked off by these Stalkers, and because of that recall, this Void Ray is nowhere near home, so some damage is going to be done here, but again, SabeRLighT, he has to be careful not to overextend himself. He doesn't want to lose a couple of these Stalkers for free. Meanwhile, here comes out the Void Ray. Like SabeRLighT, he's looking safe and sound at home. We do have the Void Ray returning here, and now we have 2 for Victor, but yeah, like, this is already a great start for SabeRLighT. Oh my god, Prismatic Alignment going to town here. No, SabeRLighT, no, don't fight with your Void Ray, no! He loses his first Void Ray immediately. Oh god, you want to avoid fighting within Prismatic Alignment, mate. Jesus Christ, and that wasted a lot of the shields here on these shield batteries. Victor, ay. Por favor. Sorry, SabeRLighT, I mean. Yo, these Protosses, they look alike, okay? Oh god, but that's a little bit brutal. The third Void Ray is on the way. We do see Victor being a little bit ambitious. He actually rotates around. Yo, he wants to depower this, but he exposes his own Void Rays oh so much. He may get the pylon, but he may lose a Void Ray. Oh god, he doesn't even get the pylon. Victor. Oh my, mate, we got blunders from both ends, mate. Oh god. SabeRLighT lost 1 Void Ray for free. Victor lost another. Oh, he's going back in for the pylon. Oh, but he doesn't even care. SabeRLight, with the amount of stalkers he has, he can start to just power through all these shield batteries. Void Ray after Void Ray go down, and SabeRLight, he has done it. I was a little bit concerned earlier on, but again, Victor, mate, you're strongest with your shield batteries, and unfortunately, he avoided the shield batteries completely. He only has a single Void Ray left, and SabeRLight, he is gonna clean this up. Oh, beautifully, mate. Beautifully. No GG? SabeRLight takes game number 1. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Oh, also I should probably fix this. Boom, there we go. I'm here with my plushies, with my boys. And we are diving into game numero 2. Alright, just messaging one of the other casters. Gustavo is usually casting in Portuguese, but I did notice that he was casting another tournament for a while there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he joins us. He was casting his Host Masters tournament, fun fact. That he is, I think he's the team owner of Team Host Masters, so he does give them plenty of love. But it looks like Gustavo is not gonna join us. I guess he's not going to join us. Okay. Cool, cool. As we dive into game number 2. What was actually a door? Not even, mate. Not even. Go Peru! Vámonos! Ga! Kind of an interesting tidbit, Peru and Brazil are probably the most active Latin American countries in the StarCraft scene. Probably the 2 biggest, I should say. And here we go. We'll find out which one really is the biggest here. We have spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, the Peruvian Protoss player representing Genesis Gaming. It is SabeRLighT. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have another Protoss player, another Latin American, but this time a Brazilian player representing Team Host Masters. It is Victor. I can see chat joining in. Oh god, alright, and here we go. The probes are going to be meeting in the center of the... Are they? Oh no, they actually miss each other. Okay, never mind. Probes will avoid each other as they do go for a scout. And I guess speaking a little bit about the players, honestly, I'm very excited. If you are familiar with the CranKy Ducklings, you should be familiar with SabeRLighT. SabeRLighT, he has been playing for a very long time. I remember back when he was Diamond, he actually used to play in our amateur tournaments. Nowadays, he has exceeded Diamond, he's gone into Masters. I think he's Masters 1 at the moment. And he joined Genesis Gaming, you know, a pretty good North American team. And he competes for them in amateur team leagues. So honestly, it's really great to see SabeRLighT improve as well as he has. He hasn't reached, like, I don't think he's hit 5k yet, I don't think. But yeah, like, he hasn't kind of broken into that pro scene, not yet, but he's on the way, he's on the way. I kind of put SabeRLighT along the same lines of your Ares or your White Idra. You know, he's on the cusp, on the cusp of breaking into GM. And if Victor is familiar with the scene, he should know that, and that is why he's being as aggressive as he is. We have a bit of a difference here. We do have a 2-gate opening here from Victor, so he will be able to pump out as many gateway units as possible. The Cybercore finishes up, and we are going to have a proxy, and ooh, once again, it's going to be a proxy Stargate, but this one is not being set up for that contain for those shield batteries. So this will most likely not be a Void Ray. Instead, we're going to be seeing an Oracle dip in. Meanwhile, SabeRLighT once again opening up with these 2 Adepts, going to be zooming across the map. Likewise, though, so is Victor. So, again, both of them being a little bit aggressive, and we'll see if they can wall off. Oh my god! Victor immediately walls off. Okay, interesting. Interesting choice. The preemptive wall. Is he going to let this finish? Is he just one base all in? He does finish! Oh my god. Okay, that's a pretty big tell. SabeRLighT scouts, he confirms the full wall off and he needs to prepare at home. What do we have? We do not have a shield battery in the mineral line. We have a couple of stalkers, but yo, that oracle is on the way. Ay, ay, ay. These adepts shouldn't deal too much damage. It looks like, wow, they're actually going to be caught by these stalkers. Kind of, yep. The stalkers already start chipping away, but oh god, this oracle is going to deal so much damage. The stalkers aren't in position. We do have a shield battery, but it's over here towards the gateways instead. Well, god, we do have a full wall off, so the adepts don't get in, but the oracle gets in. Ay, ay, ay. Workers are getting picked off left and right here for SabeRLighT. He's a little bit too distracted trying to take down whatever adepts he can. And the stalkers do return home, but 10 probes fall. So originally, typically, I would say, well, SabeRLighT, he's he's dead, mate. But he's got a second nexus, so he will be able to pump out 2 workers at a time and catch up when it comes to the worker count. Especially because Victor's on 1 base. Like, there is no nexus. He is forced to kill his own pylon, and now he finally starts his own natural. Meanwhile, the proxy has been scouted, so it can be dealt with. At the same time, though, SabeRLighT can't move out with the stalkers, because if he does, then he exposes his mineral line again, and he'll lose more probes. So SabeRLighT can catch up, but will he catch up? That's the thing. Again, a lot of wasted resources are going to be spent on these workers. Oh. Meanwhile, where is the tech here for SabeRLighT? He opted to go for a robo instead, so he's going to be pumping out as many immortals as he can. Interesting choice. This is a great defensive move, but yeah, it does seem like he wants to slow things down here. Like, he's not going to have the versatility or finesse that Blink gives, right? Like us Victor, he's going to have so much opportunity with these Blink stalkers. SabeRLighT, he's definitely on the back foot here. Definitely. Oh boy, meanwhile we do have a shield battery here in the main base, so now everything should be safe and sound. Oracle dips in, it's not going to deal any damage. And now SabeRLighT, he is safe to finally move out and depower this Stargate. Oh. Of course, if he does, he will kind of expose himself. And oh my god, Victor, he's disgusting. And with all these sentries, thankfully, SabeRLighT, he does dip in and he sees everything. He sees the Twilight Council researching, so he knows Blink is on the way. He also confirms the Dark Shrine, so he should be working on some detection. I mean, he's already got an observer. Can always be recalled back home. There we go. We have a second observer, so the DTs shouldn't deal too much damage. And if we look at the worker count, SabeRLighT, he's only down by 7. He's still down, to be fair, but not as much as before. There we go. Blink is on the way. We have additional gateways for both players. This is a big difference because of the economic lead that Victor has had. He does have a forge on the way, so he can start working on +1. Meanwhile, with Blink finished, and with high ground vision provided by this Oracle, yo, Victor, he can just blink straight into the main base. Ay, ay, ay. Meanwhile, shout out to Lord Logan in the chat. Yes, there is a Matcherino page for this tournament. You can add 50 cents for free to the prize pool by going to the Matcherino page. We have plenty of codes, I believe 20 codes here for our players. Meanwhile, again, Victor, he's posturing here. He maybe even wants to bait his opponent into the stasis ward, just in case things go awry. Oh no, he doesn't have up. No, the probe was a little bit too late. Adepts, they shade into the main base. Overcharge will do nothing because workers can be, oh my god, they can be worked on one after the other. The overcharge was wasted in the main, not at the natural. Oh god, boys are forced off the line. 12 workers go down. Ay, ay, ay. The panic overcharge, mate. For those wondering, two adepts, one-shot workers, so overcharge, it just doesn't help. Oh god. Meanwhile, please no, the stasis. Oh, he sees it. Thank god. Okay, he has detection. I do think that SabeRLighT has a superior army with his immortal, but oh god, he has to be so careful. Again, decent force fields, but even better blinks. Oh my god, and because this pylon was never taken out, this is how he reinforces. He didn't go for a War Prism, he didn't go for a robot because he didn't need one, and now in come the DTs. Oh, and the Stasis Ward went off! Oh god, just everything is going wrong here for SabeRLighT. He's moving out as well! Mate, there's an army outside your base. He just doesn't know, he doesn't see. We could just go into a base trade from here, honestly. Oh, here we go. The armies avoid each other. Victor gets up the ramp. Meanwhile, the army of SabeRLighT has been revealed. Now, Victor has to make a choice. Is he going to go all in, or is he going to return back home? And he doesn't come back home. He's looking to... No! He recalls with his Oracle. He doesn't have any more high ground vision. And he's just going to brute force his way through the natural. Okay, let's go. We're going full on base trade. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, here we go. The production is being deep. No, we have a recall back home! Did he recall with his observer? No. The observer's not here. Wait, is it? Okay, thank god it is. I was like, ugh. We see a recall. Oh my god, but the DTs are just wreaking havoc in the main base. No! SabeRLighT, he should have committed to the all-in. To the base trade. No, another stasis goes off. Yo, Victor is picking SabeRLighT apart. There's just nothing left here for SabeRLighT. He lost 25 workers. What did the recall accomplish? Nothing. The War Prism got taken out. And with that, Victor takes game number 2, and we are going to our ace match. Ah, the recall. If we had gone for a base trade, would he have won the base trade? That's a good question. It would have been tough. It would have been tough. Definitely would have been tough. Obviously, the stasis wars didn't help. The recall of the Oracle back home, there was a stasis on top of the ramp. I don't know if it was done in time though, but like, what a what a wild game. Oh god. Meanwhile, today I'm rocking my carbot jacket. Oh, just letting them know. Looks like Gustavo will be joining me today. And we'll see where we go from here. But yeah, again, as Lord Loken was putting in the chat, Matcherino, if you want to help support the tournaments, !B if you want to have a look at the brackets. Again, looking at the bracket, we have two big names, of course, Ryu, the cranky duckling himself, the most recent Sentimiento Latino champion, and also Infanson, aka Marooned in the chat, or I say in the chat, in the brackets. If you remember, Infanson actually went, he actually made it to the grand finals of Sentimiento Latino, and it went all the way to the ace match. Infanson didn't win, but again, it was still a very close series between him and Ryu. It was very impressive. Very impressive. So we'll see if we get that rematch later on today. Meanwhile, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Glittering Ashes ALE, we have the Peruvian Protoss player himself representing Genesis Gaming. It is SabeRLighT. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Glittering Ashes ALE, we have the Brazilian Protoss representing Hostmasters. It is Victor. So I'm getting a little bit of whiplash here. We go from the smallest map, Berlingrad, to the largest one, Glittering Ashes. Jesus Christ. So yeah, we'll see if we get a bit of a longer game here. So far, we've had hyper aggression from both players. We've seen proxies, proxy Stargate, time after time after time from Victor, and it looks like he may want to do it again. As the probe is headed towards the top left-hand corner of the map. What do we have at home? Both gases have been taken. We should see a Cyber Core as soon as the gateway finishes up, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Stargate once again here for Victor. Meanwhile, SabeRLighT does get here, and oh, he does scout, and he's even trying to block the Cyber Core. Oh my god. Forces the Cyber Core out of the wall. SabeRLighT being very annoying. Okay. And yeah, we'll see how we go from here. We'll see if... Oh, actually, we don't have a proxy. The pylon isn't at home, and obviously SabeRLighT is well aware of that. He's like, yo, you're missing a pylon. Where is it? But there actually isn't a proxy. Well, there's a proxy pylon, but you know what I mean. So we may get a little bit of a more standard game here between these two players. Again, I feel like proxies will do well just because of how large this map is and how long it takes for a counterattack to really hit. But we'll see. As a pylon is thrown down here for Victor to keep an eye on what the first couple of units are going to be. Do see a canceller in the end. Delaying what nexus there is, or what nexus there could be. And yeah, nothing too special. Probably the biggest thing is that SabeRLighT is being that extra bit annoying here with a bit of a pylon block delaying the nexus of Victor. So Victor does instead... Oh my god, he actually committed to the proxy and he got scouted immediately! Oh no, Victor, please! I was like, yo, where's the robo at? The robo is across the map. The pylon was finally used for something, but the pylon will not finish. Meanwhile, Victor, oh, he was thinking about going across the map, but he decides to turn around instead. What is the plan here? Is he really going to repower this with a probe? What? But the stalkers went back home. There we go. We do have the cancelled robo and gateway SabeRLighT on top of his scouting. And the probe is gonna show up? Question mark. Is he gonna try and proxy again? Will he succeed? As we do have the robo thrown down at home instead. And this is great for SabeRLighT. The tech has been delayed, the nexus has been delayed, everything has been delayed here for Victor. Meanwhile, SabeRLighT just plowing on ahead with his own faster expansion and his faster Stargate. As Oracle's going to be zooming across the map, SabeRLighT looking to be the aggressor here, throwing down the proxy pylon as well. But we have so many probes out on the map. Oh god, it makes me feel so uneasy. Here we go, we do have a Twilight Council at home. Because the Twilight Council's at home, I mean, we could even see a proxy Dark Shrine. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Here we go, we do have a bit of a probe scout, pylon and gateway thrown down for Victor. Victor still wants to be the aggressor here, and you can tell because he hasn't taken a nexus. But what is important here is SabeRLighT scouts, he confirms no base. Hopefully it registers in his mind here. At the same time, the Oracle dips in, again confirms no natural, confirms that we have one base play. And he's going to be dealing a lot of damage here. 4, 5, almost 6 workers go down. We have a revelation. SabeRLighT sees all, and SabeRLighT needs to respond to this. He needs to respect this. What do we have? We have a shield battery. We're going to have 2 shield batteries. Why not 3? Get another pylon up to make sure there's no Artosis pylon. We even have some Phoenixes to help CC. SabeRLighT shouldn't be using this gateway across the map. He should be just focusing on his defenses at home. I just love how he ended up getting the Twilight Council, but didn't really use it for much. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, there's a 1-base all-in coming. There's no time. There's no time for Blink or DTs or anything. All we need is the D. Here we go. Victor, he's here. He is across the map, and he's just going to run into a wall of Protoss. Like, and he sees this as well. He has an observer. He sees all, and he still decides not to throw down a Nexus. He's committed. Oh, God. The Oracle forces the shields off of the Immortal. The army comes back as well. Oh god, I don't see a world where Victor does this. I mean, he does have 2 Immortals, maybe with good enough force fields. There is no blink, so force fields are going to come into play here. Okay, picks off a Stalker. Decent force fields, but in comes the Phoenix. Oh, doesn't manage to lift up the Immortal. Victor trading fairly well. Fairly well. He's so... Oh no, he's supply blocked! No, Victor, por favor! Oh my god, he's supply blocked. Now is not the time. He's all in. He needs to spend his resources. Meanwhile, we have more Phoenixes on the way, which I respect the Phoenixes, but at the same time, I'm kind of doubtful. Obviously, they have a lot of CC potential, but it's like high risk, high reward sort of thing. There's a lot of Stalkers. Like, for how long are they really going to lift up that Immortal? That is the question. As Victory is trying to force himself in once again, we do have the Phoenix lift up one of the Immortals, but it does get focused down immediately. That's kind of what I was worried about. And behind this, we have a Twilight Council. Oh my god, but somehow Adepts, he used the proxy across the map. The Adepts came in, forces the warping at home. And scouts the Twilight Council. Meanwhile, at the same time, Victor, he's trying to force himself in here, but here we go. This time the CC comes into play. This time the Immortal will get picked off. Oh my god, the boys are being pulled as well. I feel like a little bit unnecessarily, but you know what? He can afford to lose some workers here. He has so much more compared to his opponent, almost doubling the probe count. Very cheeky shield battery being turned down, but it's not going to be enough here. GG gets called, and SabeRLighT takes the series 2-1. Oh. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations. Congratulations to SabeRLighT as he does move on in the bracket. Also, congratulations to Victor because, mate, he took a game off of SabeRLighT, and that was impressive. You could also argue it's PvP, you know, it's the nature of things sometimes. But still, regardless, it was a great showing from him to take a game there. Here in the ace match, it was a little bit brutal, not gonna lie. Wasn't the most ideal game for him. You know, his proxy got scouted, and I mean, that's what a lot of PvP comes down to, just how well you can scout and keep an eye on your opponent and react to what they're doing. You know, SabeRLighT, he was always checking the tech, always checking the natural base, skirting around his bases as well for those proxies. Nicely done. And with that, SabeRLighT will move on to face the CranKy Duckling himself, the Street Fighter. He will move on to face Ryu.